Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Deja Vu here, bringing you another audio commentary. This is going to be from the series Woongjin Stars versus We Made Fox. This is going to be the, let's see, first set, I believe? Second set? Oh no, it's going to be the third set on match point. Yeah, I really don't care when the games happen. I just try and find you the best ones and bring them out. We got Shine and Special on match point. Shine is the Zerg player, as you guys all should know, because he is the main man who knocked off Bisu in the OSL, so that's kind of a big deal. And on the other corner, in the bottom left in teal, we've got Special, a Terran player who, usually when players don't do too well, I usually try to call them average, but Special has gone so far below average that he's pretty bad. He is at this moment 3-11. That's right, 3-11. Just over 20% win rate. This is like Zerg Bong level. This is Toss Girl era. I don't even know who else is down in that that area, but that's what we're talking about. We're talking about a player who hasn't shown a lot recently ever, and he's 21, so he doesn't have a lot more time to improve really as far as traditional top pro gaming time is. And I think Shine's going to maybe have some fun with him. I'm going to take him down, I think, pretty convincingly. There's a reason I have chosen 3 games, maybe a 4th game. I may actually pick out a 4th game from the two games done on Monday the 7th of Air Force Eastro and Stars Fox. Definitely going to do this. Definitely going to do Anytime versus Really, and maybe 1 or 2 more games. We will see how I decide to do this, which ones I decide to do. But yeah, I'll leave the last couple a surprise at least. And the reason I really wanted to show this one was because the winner of this game really put on just an absolute clinic. This was just a beautiful game played, and it wasn't very close at all. And okay, so now we've got Shine throwing down a 12 hatch, so not going to be too much early pressure coming from Shine. And it looks like we'll see if this is 1 Rex into CC, which would be very traditional 1 Rex into CC by Terran players. Throwing down a supply depot, pseudo walling in instead of completely walling in, which is just weird to me. If you're gonna throw your barracks not at a walling position, you might as well throw your supply depot also at a not walling position. But Special is just gonna go do something weird and, you know, just try to make his base as unpretty as possible. I guess it does make it a little bit narrower for Zerglings, but I don't know. I feel like if you're gonna go for a wall off, you might as well go for the full wall off. Otherwise, there's no point to really half-A things, but whatever. Not really going to be a big issue here because there really isn't any massive Zerglings coming out at this moment. And yeah, this is going to be a 3rd hatcher here at the choke between his main and his natural. So we're going to be seeing some 3-hatch play. Going to be some 3-hatch muta, 90% sure of that. When you see this kind of hatchery placement, that's what you're going to see. You're going to see there'll be a late second extractor also coming up at the natural expansion, so we can try and get out 9 mutals all at once and try and put on some harass that way. And this is going to be 1 Rex into CC. 2nd Rex also going down as the CC's already been placed at the natural expansion for Special. So Special just going to play really standard. Both these players playing really standard. It'll come down to micro. It'll come down to execution. Who actually has some better strategy on this map? One thing that Special does have going for him is that he doesn't play a lot. He could have a sweet strategy worked out for this. We saw that recently in Turn versus Yarnak. On Outsider, Turn just had a great strategy, executed it perfectly. His mech build with that Vulture run by, it was very well done. And a player who's never played on a televised match before beat Yarnak. So, and by the way, I really apologize if you didn't go watch that, but I assume that if I've already uploaded it, you've watched it. So that's kind of my theory on it. So sorry if you skipped it for some reason and wanted to come see this, but yeah. Didn't really think about that one. I just assumed that people would watch them in order. And later coming up now here for Shine, you'll probably see a 2nd extractor coming up relatively soon at the natural expansion. SCV's still scouting it all out though. Only 2 Zerglings have been produced, so that means a couple more drones have been snuck in by Shine, and he's going to have some very nice economy right now. Even though he's not really getting much of a scout out, not putting any pressure on, he just is not really concerned right now. He doesn't even want to put on pressure. He just wants to do his build, just wants to do his thing. And he's not concerned really at all what Special's going to do. He doesn't expect Special to be going for a big early push or anything like that, because otherwise he would have some Zerglings over at Special's base, scouting it out, trying to time it out. Because if Special was to push out, he obviously is going to need to know Shine. He's going to need to know the timing of when to throw up his sunken colonies at his natural expansion. But he's not. So he's really taking advantage of Special right now, just going to kind of ignore it. But if Special goes for a push, this could be risky for Shine. Shine could be in some trouble, because he is not going to know when Special pushes out. That is absolutely sure. We got a Spire coming up now. Second Extractor went down a little bit ago for Shine as well, and it looks like we got a little bit of a push coming out from Shine. He might be pushing out here. We got a couple of Fire Bats, a couple of Medics, the Marines are out. We got another Rax going down, a third Rax, Comsat stations, to Engineering Base. So we've got everything coming up pretty much on time for Special. As long as he places those engineering, those turrets correctly, as long as he places everything correctly, he should be good. We're going to see an engagement here in the middle between this Bioforce along with Zerglings. Actually, the Zerglings completely ignoring the Bioforce. I don't know if they actually even saw them. Shine's going to need a couple more Sunken Colonies, and he is. He's placing a second Sunken Colony. Probably needs to place a third, actually, to deal with this force. And it looks like Shine's actually going to go for a run-by here at the natural expansion, and those Fire Bats are well positioned in between the command center and the supply depot, are not going to allow those Zerglings to do much of anything. And really right now Shine could or Special could put on some more pressure on Shine with that force that he has, but I think he's a little bit worried of getting pincered, or maybe he was more worried than he should have been of these Zerglings doing damage. So he's bringing that Bioforce home, sending 2 Fire Bats out on their own for some reason, and we got a group of Marines out here engaging some of the Zerglings. Not going to be a major engagement. It doesn't look like Shine really wants to press it here. I think he's just going to try and save his Zerglings as much as possible, put on some pressure, but not really engage, so that way once his Zerglings, his Mutas come out, he can do really, really well. And actually going for it doing a little bit of damage, catching maybe half of the Marine count, taking them down, losing some Zerglings of his own, but that's definitely a good engagement for Shine. Taking down some of the Marine count, going to try and keep that Marine count low, and when his Mutas pop out, they will be that much more effective, so that's good for him. And Special not controlling his Marines very well at all, having a couple stray ones there, one of them getting picked off. We see a factory coming up as well for Special, so he's going to be getting that SK Terran, starting to get that going. First Mutalisks are out. There should be 9, and I don't know where the rest of them are.